Hi, good evening. Welcome in. Hi, good evening. Welcome in. Are you able to hear me? Would you please let me know in chat if you're able to hear me? Okay, welcome in. Travis, is that your name? David? Okay. Welcome in, Ari. I'll get to your question in just a moment. So for Travis and YouTube, David would like to know what's coming from me in June. Okay, Jevis and YouTube, for your question, what's coming for me in June? The cards that have presented for you. You actually had an additional card present, but what have presented for you are the Aeon, the Ten of Swords reverse, Three of Cups reverse, Nine of Discs reverse, and the Devil. So overall, the impression that I'm getting from this is that you're actually going to be receiving some truth and understanding as indicated by this Aeon and as well the Ten of Swords in reverse. Um, with this Three of Cups in reverse, however, I do into this is giving the impression that you're going to be receiving truth and understanding in regards to a friendship or most likely a friendship or just an external person or situation that you have an emotional connection to. With this Nine of Discs in reverse, this is indicating that the truth and understanding that you'll be receiving about this particular person or situation is that the relationship or the connection is no longer working out. This Nine of Discs in reverse specifically refers to attempting to have understanding or physical understanding or agreement with an external source, situation, or being, but failing to do so. And especially with this Devil card following this, I do feel that you may have a platonic connection that may be coming to an end for you in June with this Ten of Swords in the reverse specifically. This is trying to reconcile or resolve a disagreement or some kind of mental situation, but failing to successfully resolve it. And so, with this Three of Cups in reverse, this is what indicated to me that the understanding and truth that you'll be receiving about this platonic connection is that the connection no longer physically works. So that will conclude your reading. Please let me know if that resonated. But I do hope you were able to find some clarity and understanding in regards to your question. Ari, if you're still present for your question, what type of job should I get for my second job? Welcome in, Cora. Welcome back in. I'm happy to see you back. I'll get to your question in just a moment. By that, uh, David, that can mean that the friendship is going could potentially physically disconnect, as in you and the platonic source, whether it's situation, will no longer be physically interacting. If the two of you are still physically interacting, it won't be the healthiest connection. Which part? Could you let me know what you did here? Or basically, what I mean by the connection isn't physically working, that in June, you and this external source, whether it's a person or a situation, um, the physical interaction isn't going to be the healthiest connection. So whether you do or do not decide to stay physically connected, the connection physically doesn't work well. Hi, Siren. Okay, Ari, for your question, what type of job should you get for your second job? The cards that have presented for you are Five of Wands reverse, Ten of Cups, Four of Cups reverse, and Knight of Discs. Okay, so what I'm getting for you, Ari, your second job should most likely be similar to your first job, your first experience, with this Five of Wands in reverse. The Five of Wands in the upright would have indicated that you should be looking for a job that is entirely different from your previous experience. But with this card being in reverse, this is indicating that you should be physically interacting similarly than as what you had been before, because five numerologically is change. And so that's why with this card in the upright, it would have been you needing to have a different or be interacting in a different industry. With this Ten of Cups, this is indicating that with you staying in the same industry, doing similar work as you have been previously, you will have the experience for you is going to bring happiness. With this Four of Cups in the reverse, however, it's indicating that even though with the Four of Cups reverse followed by the Ten of Cups, even if you on the surface are not keen on remaining in the same industry, on a deeper level and through the experience overall, the situation, the new position, or I guess the new environment, but the same or similar position is going to provide you with happiness. And with this Knight of Discs in reverse, or in the not in the reverse, with this Knight of Discs to finalize everything, this is indicating that you physically will be satisfied and comfortable, and even embracing and entirely fulfilled with the physical experience that you'll be having. So that is what I have for you, Ari. Please let me know if that did or did not resonate. But I hope your reading was able to allow you some insight into your actions moving forward. And I do wish you success on that journey. Cora, welcome back. For your question, what are knowledge L feelings towards me? How are you, Siren? How is everyone actually in the chat? I'm okay. I'm okay, Cora. Thank you. Okay, for your question, Cora, what are knowledge L's feelings towards me? The cards that present for you are the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Discs. Okay. So with the Ace of Swords, this is indicating that knowledge L is starting to consider you in a different and new light or perspective. The impression that he previously had of you, or the impression that they previously had of you, is starting to evolve and change. And specifically with this Three of Swords in reverse, or not in, with this Three of Swords following, stating that knowledge L is starting to become more, what's the particular word looking for? More understanding of you on a mental level and more understanding of your perspectives and your intentions, Cora. And especially with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it seems that previously Knowledge L had some uncertainty about you and about the physical interaction and connection between the two of you. But the Seven of Wands in reverse is indicating that they're starting to open up more to the physical potential, and that's especially reaffirmed with this Ace of Discs. This is going to be a new physical perspective or a new physical intention towards you. So overall, it seems that Knowledge L is opening up to you on a mental or intentional level as well as a physical level. But the knowledge L's particular impression of you or overall impression of you or intentions with or towards you is still blossoming at this time because of the two aces. So they're still they're opening up more to you, but they're still trying to establish how exactly that looks overall. So good or bad really is going to be a subjective um, indication. Um, it's really up to you to decide if that's good or bad with knowledge L uh, opening up to you. Please let me know if that did or did not resonate, but I hope that did provide some clarity into the dynamic for you. Thank you. Hi, hello, baby. Welcome in. Do you mind sharing your first name? Just your first name, if that's okay. So I have a closer connection to your energy. Or a nickname if you don't want to share your first name directly. Hello? Okay. Hello, for your question, how is Dee feeling about me? Okay, little baby. For your question, how is Dee feeling about me? The cards that have presented are the Five of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Death reverse, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. This is indicating that at the time, Dee isn't really wanting to physically connect with you, as indicated by this Five of Wands. The reason why they're not wanting to physically connect with you is because they are in the process of stabilizing and better affirming their own emotional situation. It seems that in the near past, D has been had undergone an ego death or been experiencing some type of significant transformation as indicated by this death in reverse. And because of the evolution that they were undergoing, it's causing them to not want to interact too much with others or to maintain physical connection or interaction with others, as indicated by the Three of Wands. So overall, it seems that D is trying to better affirm themselves, get change or um, personality adjustment that particularly wanted to come through. So they're not really with you specifically, but also with others in general. They're not really in a capacity to physically interact very well. That does okay. I'm glad that resonated and that you have tarot confirmation as well about what's going on. So that will conclude your reading. Thank you for the confirmation and thank you for being here. Hi, good evening, Ashu. If you're interested in a reading, would you please check out the pinned message? Okay. Do you mind stating a direct question or asking a direct question? Okay. Or Ashu, what's coming next in my career? Okay. Ashu, for your question, what's coming next in my career? The cards that I have presented are the Eight of Cups, the Princess of Wands reverse, the Four of Discs reverse, and the Priestess reverse. Please let me know if you can still hear me. Okay. Alrighty. On my end, it was showing that I'm frozen a bit. Okay, thank you. Um, I'm trying to get deeper discernment of these last two cards, so if you would just allow me a moment. Okay, so the impression that I'm getting, so I'm not able to discern whether you are currently working or not, but what I am getting with this Eight of Cups presenting, this is indicating that whatever your current situation is, you may be in the same situation for for time now. There's no specific time indicator, but this is indicating that the situation that you're currently in, you will be experiencing it continue in the future. Because this is the cups suit that has presented, I do intuitively sense that you're not emotionally satisfied with what your current situation is, but ultimately you will be experiencing the same reality for some time moving forward. With this Princess of Wands in reverse, this is indicating that you're wanting a new situation or reality, but you're unable to discern what next best potential for you to pursue. And that's especially affirmed for this in the reverse. You're specifically wanting your next potential to be the perfect situation for you, but with this Princess of Wands in reverse, you're uncertain of how that perfect situation is going to look for you. With the Priestess in the reverse, however, this is indicating that the situation or reality that you're in currently may have to do with the fact that you are not entirely spiritually or divinely connected as you could or should be. And so I feel that with this priestess in reverse, what you're needing in order to fulfill your particular desire, and you do have a specific desire because four suits are going to be my partnership cards, you're needing to reconnect spiritually and essentially allow your intuition to guide you with this Princess of Wands in reverse to guide you to your next potential that you will enter into. But you do have a specific, whether you consciously or unconsciously realize you do have a specific physical situation that is going to be a perfect match for you. You're just uncertain of how to get there with this Princess of Wands. And I really feel that you're unable to figure out how to get there because you have some kind of spiritual or divine um, unalignment or misalignment. Thank you. Please let me know if that did or did not resonate, but I hope you were able to receive some insight into your situation. Good evening and welcome in. For those interested in the reading, if you could check out the pinned comment. Okay, Pink, for your question, how do people in my college classes view me? Sexy Gina, if you're interested in the reading, if you could check out the pinned comment. Okay, Pink, for your question, how do people in my college classes view me? The cards I have presented for you are the Princess of Wands reverse, the Seven of Swords, the Tower, and the Knight of Discs reverse. Um, if you will allow me a brief moment so I can receive some deeper clarity about this particular card before I give a final interpretation. Okay, so as for how people in your college classes view you, I want to be very honest. The overall impression isn't too positive as to how they view you. With the Princess of Wands in reverse, this is indicating that they view you as someone who isn't really achieving very much. The attempts that you're making in general, I can't discern if it's specifically um, towards your academics, if it's how you present in class, or if it's just you overall. It seems they have an impression that you aren't very achieving um, in your physical pursuits. They feel that your attempts towards a particular situation, you don't really successfully achieve or fulfill what you're wanting to do. And with the Seven of Swords, this is indicating that they may even have an impression that you may not be as intelligent as they are. Seven numerologically refers to delays or failures or even inconsistencies. And the sword suit is going to be about mental intention, thoughts and mental perspectives. And so this is indicating that they see that you have some type of mental failure, which is why I interpreted that as they may not see you as intelligent as they are. They feel that you just aren't understanding as well as they are. And with this tower, this indicates that they may even have an impression that looking for with this. You have some kind of difficulty or struggle that you're consistently going through. Um, okay, okay. With this, and especially with this Knight of Disc in reverse, I feel with the two of these combined, they may view you as being more impoverished than they are. They feel that you don't have the material resources um, that they have essentially, and because you're lacking in the material resources, that you present as struggling um, to them. I'm trying to discern if there's anything more that's wanting to channel through. Specifically with this Knight of Discs, they feel that you're just not as wealthily abundant um, as they are, and because you appear to be not as wealthily abundant, they would describe you as someone who is physically struggling. So that is what I have for you, Pink. Please let me know if that does or does not resonate, but I hope you were able to receive some better understanding or insight into your situation. So, Sexy Gina, is Gina your name? If you're still present. Please let me know if you're still present.